Chef Peppino here again. I thought that today it's a little bit rainy outside. Why not make a little bit of bread, right? I made one week ago around sourdough bread. In here, only water, flour, salt and yeast, and a rice by itself in the fridge for 1 week. You can find this recipe anywhere, but now I'll show you how to roll them out and let it rest before you can actually have a nice piece of sourdough bread, something that is very good for meal, very good for snack, just very good to enjoy. So follow along, okay? We're gonna cook together, gonna have fun. Number one, I just flour the surface a little bit so that it's nice and dry in my hands, because this dough very wet that I have in the fridge. I don't know if you can see, but a lot of alcohol being produced, a lot of alcohol, a lot of wetness, and that's because the yeast inside have a very good party in the fridge for about a week, eat a lot of back produced carbon dioxide. Is gonna make our dough rise, and it's a nice sweet flavor. It develops after a couple of days, couple of weeks, develops even more flavor. So what we're gonna do, make it nice and dry, and we're gonna pull this out onto the surface, okay? Be gentle with the dough, because if not, the dough is not gonna listen to you. If you have to pull your friend out of the well, you want to do it gently, otherwise you're gonna stay in the well. It's not gonna get better. Okay. See, very sticky, very wet, because we want it to be wet. The more wet it is, the more flavor there is, the more alcohol was produced. So I have on my surface really what I want to do. I don't want to knead it too much, because I already let it sit by itself to develop the flavor. What I want to do is just shape into a ball and produce a nice tight cloak, tight surface on the outside, so that it rises up in a ball and it doesn't fall flat. This is not a pizza dough, it's not a flat bread, it's more like a sourdough loaf, okay? What we're gonna do, fold it onto each other a couple times like that, okay? A little more flour, again, very sticky. Number one, keep your hands dry. I put a bit more flour on the board for me, okay? Fold it into itself a couple of times. Here we produce the tension on the top of the loaf, just like this, nice and easy, fold it, and we're not incorporating any new flour into the dough, we just want it to be on the outside. If you can come from the top down, any shape, but be gentle. And see, you see it's coming into a ball shape already. We want that, keep your hands nice and dry. Maybe sprinkle a bit of flour on top. A little bit more I need. It's gonna be good, don't you worry. And that's really all there is to it. It's not too complicated. Very gentle, very nice, very soft. Now we see I'm gonna shape it into a little bit more of a ball, so that it rises nice and high into the oven, okay? This a couple more times. Okay, now you have that bottom. Pinch on the bottom. The top, we want it to be nice and smooth. The bottom, we don't really care, because we're all gentlemen, we don't stare too much at the bottom, you know what I mean? We all focus on the visage and how it turns out at the top, okay? Okay. A little bit more flour on the bottom, start to stick, so we put a bit more flour. Listen to the food, you have to listen to the food, because then it will listen to you and it will give you good taste when you bite into it at the end. Otherwise, you're gonna bite into it, you're gonna hear somebody yell, "I don't like you," and it's the food not liking you. But so far, so good. Okay, again, here we go. Into a nice ball. I don't know if you can see a nice bubble. Again, it's a weak fermentation in the fridge, cold proof. we're gonna get so much nice carbon dioxide, and it's gonna rise the dough. It's gonna make it nice and digestible for you. And of course, the flavor from the fermentation, again, that's what's gonna be good. Okay. E basta, it's done, it's done. What I'm gonna do now, cover them up for about 2 hours, okay? We're gonna leave it covered for 2 hours, and then we're gonna use our knife to slice the dough, and then put it on the parchment, on a baking sheet, prepare it ahead of time, and we stay back. Ciao amici, welcome back. And I have to be honest with you, not everything went according to plan. After I let my dough rise, I wanted to slash it with you, put it in the oven with you, but my camera wasn't working. I had to charge the battery. But you know, not everything goes to plan, like in life. But you know, I stuck with it. I continued to keep my heart in it, and guess what? I was rewarded with beautiful bread. Take a look, take a look. It still came out fantastic. A couple of hiccups, but if you just stay in it, the bread will say, "Hey Pepino, I saw you almost give up a moment ago, but you didn't." And as a result, I reward you with this very, very good, tasty bread. This is life, and I'm very, very happy. I'm gonna show you the bread in 1 second. I want to talk about a couple of things, okay? Number one, sort of misshapen bread, because I sort of dropped it before. Not a problem, not a problem, because it was in the fridge for a whole week, fermenting, proofing, rising. All of the flavor, all of the carbon dioxide was inside of the bread, and it rose perfectly, it rose enough, okay? Another one, you'll see that there are little bubbles on the surface of the bread, and these bubbles, this is because I made a steam bath in the oven, and the steam bath gives the skin a very nice crispy skin, because the water interacts with the hot dough, dry dough, and it creates this kind of barrier. So the middle of the dough, the middle of the bread, nice fluffy, light, but the outside hard, crispy, crunchy. And I'm gonna cut for you in 1 second. Okay, and now I'm going to cut for you a piece. I think you should be able to hear this. 1 second. Listen, listen closely. Shut up and listen. Nice and crunchy. And you have all the bubbles inside, all the carbon dioxide, and the gluten is expanded. It's nice, warm, fluffy on the inside, but crunchy on the outside. Could be crunchier next time. Maybe cook it a little bit more color on the outside, but you want that brown golden color. But this, you can do it. It's so easy, but you have to give it a little bit of patience, maybe 1 or 2 tries. But it's beautiful. It's beautiful, I think. Okay, amici, thank you for joining me again today, keeping me company on a very cloudy, rainy day, but in the end it's very sunny. Sunny with my piece of bread and with you. It's everything we need, and we're gonna taste together. Don't think I'm not gonna taste it. What I like on my sourdough, I'm coming close for you. What I want on my sourdough, what's better than a little bit of olive oil, right? A little bit of olive oil right on top. Simple, semplice, ma perfetto. Allora, mangiamo, mangiamo. Sì. Sì, è buono, senza dubbio, senza dubbio. Come right back with me next time, we cook something else good, okay? Have a good night. Chef Peppino, say ciao. Give a baci, moi. Take it easy. Ciao amici.